Whenever film fans make lists of the greatest cinematographers, the names Greg Toland, Jack Cardiff, James Wong Howe usually float to the top. But where on earth is the name Sergey Urusevsky? Urusevsky was a Soviet cameraman who worked in Russia beginning in the early 40s. By the mid 50s, his gorgeous color work came to attention with The 41st, the story of a female sniper in the Red Army. It's an unlikely love story with a tragic ending. The Reds capture a battalion of the White Guard somewhere in the desert. Maria, a sniper, marks her 39th and 40th kills. But when she misses her 41st, a White Guard soldier named Vadim, he must be taken as her prisoner. Vadim is a blue-eyed blonde cutie, rich and educated, the total opposite of Maria, who came from peasant stock. And of course their attraction to each other gets in the way. Urusevsky gets skyscapes that look like nothing else. Dark clouds, the sun trying to emerge, the winds whipping up sands. He makes as much use of that jib arm as he can, raising it up over the dunes to striking effect. After a long time trudging through the desert, they hit the coast and meet a bunch of Mongols. Dinner and music follows, a welcome respite. The splashes of red in the wardrobe relieve the eye as well. The men mock the White Guard, saying he is tied up like a dog, and an undercurrent of S&M can't be ignored. The next day, they get in a sailboat. He's enjoying the ride, confident and magazine handsome. She's still dressed like a guy, but her womanhood is emerging. She writes a poem about how blue the water is, and when she searches for a comparison, she realizes the water is the same color as his eyes. But then a storm shipwrecks them, and they are the only survivors, so now they're stranded with just some supplies and each other. It's a rather cold, windy island, not quite the Blue Lagoon. Still, they have to take off their wet clothes, so we finally get some skin. Eventually, he gets sick and she has to nurse him back to health. It is the moment that bonds them as lovers. Back on the coast, the Mongols are roughed up by the White Guard. It's just a matter of time before the White Guard find the stranded couple. By now, he's grown a beard and he's looking great, and she's let her hair down as well. He keeps referring to her as his man Friday, so she asks to hear the story of Robinson Crusoe, which seems to ignite her imagination with sparkles. Disparate classes unite over fiction. Then they kiss, and presumably go all the way, which you'd think would seal the deal. But they are, after all, soldiers. The frolicking continues on the beach, the idyll unbroken, and the sun still trying to burn its way through those dark, oppressive clouds. By now they're having sex constantly. The island has given them a place of their own, so you know it can't last. He argues for peace, she argues for Soviet stability. He declares his love, but she is vehemently opposed to his politics. She slaps him. A chill sets in. Their bodies can find common ground, but their ideologies cannot. In the end, they sit on the beach and see a sailboat coming in the distance. When he realizes that it is the White Guard come to rescue him, he runs towards them. And she instinctively picks up her rifle and shoots him dead. His body floats in the waves. Finally, she has claimed her 41st kill. Urusevsky next hooked up with the director Mikhail Kalatozov after making a didactic but great-looking movie called The First Echelon. The duo released The Cranes Are Flying. It is a story of young love torn apart by the demands of war. Right from the opening shots of the lovers running through the streets on a perfect morning, do we know that we're watching something special? Sergei goes for a lot of weird above and below shots. Then, the running up the stairs shot is justly famous. They built a tower in the middle that allowed Urusevsky to travel and spin upwards, always keeping the actor in frame. When war breaks out, the boy goes off in a touching scene where she pushes her way through the crowd in an effort to see him, but he does not see her. The war is devastating. German bombs destroy her family's home with her parents in it. She runs from the bomb shelter up a staircase in the rubble, throws open a door, and there is just open sky where her apartment once was. The cuckoo clock just sits there suspended as she clutches her head. The city is no longer romantic. It is now wet and covered in the crap of war. Then the boy goes MIA, so she hooks up with his cousin, a pianist who found an exemption for serving in battle. One night, an air raid siren goes off, and she won't budge. So he starts playing piano madly along with the dropping of the bombs. Then a bomb hits, and as they huddle against billowing curtains, he declares his love and uses it as an opportunity to take her. She slaps his face in time with the bombs. It is the craziest scene ever filmed. The boy, meanwhile, is trudging through muddy fields. He gets shot and falls magnificently. The movie ends with her attending a rally in the streets, still looking for her lost late love, still hoping that he will return. Letter Never Sent tells the story of 4 geologists who go to a remote Siberian location to look for diamonds, which will allow Russia to stop depending on foreign powers for them. They find the diamonds, but they have terrible luck. The next morning, they wake up to a huge forest fire and lose all their supplies. Worse, one of them is killed by a falling tree. They try to notify base camp, unsuccessfully. Instead of help, they get more of those empty Stalinist congratulation messages. But even when rescue planes are sent, they cannot see the lost geologists in all the smoky haze. So they continue to wander. Like the treasure of Sierra Madre, it leaves the viewer pondering, was it all worth it? Finally, rain extinguishes the fires, which is lucky for them. But the second guy wanders off to die, sacrificing himself so the other two may live, which is fairly stupid of him. The last two, the older guy and the girl, trudge on endlessly, and the movie isn't really that much fun at this point. She collapses in the snow and freezes to death. The last guy floats down the river on a piece of ice. As he collapses and hallucinates, he has a vision of all the good things that will come from finding the diamonds. He even sees his wife telling him that they will build a diamond city. Then, just before freezing to death, a helicopter comes down in an amazing shot with his face in profile and the copter hovering in the sky behind him. They rescue him. His eyes flicker open, and Urusevsky treats us to one finally epic copter shot ascending into the skies.